AITAH for telling my GF I want proof of her pregnancy. I probably have over 100 DMs asking for an update. I'm going to make this pretty brief, and I'm leaving out some details out of respect to my GF, and because I'm very angry, very sick, and I want to hurt people very bad right now. I bought a test and took it over to her house today, just like she asked. I listened to the advice here and decided to not make myself an even bigger asshole by forcing her to pee in front of me. She left the door open behind her anyway. I didn't stare at her, and the idea of her having a pregnant woman's pee stashed in the bathroom was pretty ridiculous anyway. She handed me the test, and it was still wet with no result yet. I watched it turn positive very quickly. I immediately felt like I was going to pass out. I fully admit that up until that moment I fully thought she was lying, and I was expecting her to confess at any moment. Long story short, she is really pregnant, but says it's not my baby. She claims that a friend of her older male cousins raped her when she was over at her cousin's house, after giving everyone something he claimed would make their mouths numb. My GF doesn't even smoke pot, so why she would take anything from this supposedly weird-ass dude she only met twice in her life is beyond me. I yelled at her for that, and I feel really bad. I called her an idiot and a dumbass. I even tried to convince her maybe it's my baby, because suddenly that sounds a hell of a lot better than the alternative. She says she knows it's not my baby because one of the first things she did was look up when she would be ovulating, and it happened when she was in her fertile time of the month. We didn't even have sex that entire time she could have got pregnant. She swears she was never going to keep the baby. She wants an abortion. She just is scared to do it alone, so she figured I would help her, and she wouldn't have to tell me the truth about what happened. She won't tell her parents because she says they will be mad at her and blame her. I told her she needs to report the guy, but she won't do that either. She says she just wants to forget it happened. She even called her mom to come get her right away after it happened, but didn't say a word to her mom. She didn't even get Plan B or do anything. If she would have told me right away, I would have helped her. She said when I demanded proof and stuff, she just didn't expect me to act that way, and she freaked out and didn't know what to do and whether she should tell me the truth or not. She won't even tell me his name. She claims she doesn't know his last name. All she knows is that he's friends with her older male cousin, he has greasy hair, and she would never want to be seen out in public with him, let alone ever have sex with him. Sorry, he gives my girlfriend some drug that I still can't identity. What's something that can make your mouth numb but really make you out of it? She said her mouth really was numb, but she also was very out of it, like she was drunk. Rapes her, puts his filthy fucking dick in her, nuts in her, gets her fucking pregnant and doesn't have to pay? No fucking way. I punched a hole in her bedroom wall. There's nothing I can do. She refuses to report him because she thinks she'll get blamed for taking whatever he gave her, and her parents will be mad at her for being stupid. So I'm helping her to get an abortion immediately, and I'm going to be there for her the entire time she's going through it. I also convinced her to get a full STD check, but only by agreeing to go get one done with her myself, so she'll feel less embarrassed. I've never actually had one, so I probably should anyway. I feel like I can only hear my heartbeat in my head. Like my blood pressure has to be through the roof, and this all happened hours ago. I stayed with her for a while, and since I've got home, I feel like all I've done is paced, plotting how I'm going to find out who this guy is and what I'm going to do to him. I also win the award for Asshole of the Year. I feel bad about it that I don't even think I can break up with her before I leave for college like I planned to. I wasn't going to break up with her because I don't like her. I think I probably love her, but I guess I just wanted freedom to do whatever I wanted. Now I feel really bad. She didn't let on that anything like this had happened. The only thing that I now realize changed is that she hasn't been as into sex over the past month or so, but she just said she was stressed about her final exams or busy doing stuff with her family and things like that. I was oblivious. Sorry I had to edit this for spelling errors a million times, because I'm so fucking mad I can't think straight. I had a second-degree tear. I'm almost 4 months PP, and we've tried to have sex, but the vaginal opening is now just really tight and somewhat painful still. It feels even tighter than when I lost my virginity. It's very frustrating because I want to do it. Doesn't help that MIL is already pestering us about having more, and I don't want to say, lady, it's uncomfortable to even put a finger in my vagina. I do have a pelvic floor PT BTW, but last time I saw her I hadn't tried to have sex yet. I should probably make another appointment soon. For those of you who had pain with sex postpartum because of a tear, how did you work back up to having sex again?